Hello and welcome. I am Exit Light and this is my channel. Today we are doing something different and I have the privilege to tell you the story that one of our community, his name is Alex, his username is A-Train23, sent into me so that I could share it with you. And it is about his experience with Bigfoot. Let's get started, shall we? Maybe my wife and I are weird. We only go hiking when the weather is bad. The point of being outdoors is being away from other people, right? So when we saw a rainy day forecast for the last weekend before the 4th of July in Oregon, we decided to take advantage. We decided to hike a trio of waterfalls called Spirit, Moon, and Pinard. Is it Pinard? This is me, Exit talking. Feel free to let me know, Alex, if I said that wrong. And it is about 45 minutes east of Cottage Grove. A little about us. I have always been outdoorsy. I am not a hunter, but I have hiked, camped, and backpacked throughout most of Oregon's vast wilderness during my life, and am very much aware of the flora and fauna native to Oregon. My wife, on the other hand, grew up sheltered and had no interest in the outdoors growing up. But I took her on a lot of cool adventures with beautiful landscapes when we started dating, and she was hooked. We were about a mile away from the Spirit Falls trailhead as we were traveling along a forest road that paralleled a creek to the right and thick, lush forest to the left. I drove around a bend in the road and saw a pile of hay about 200 yards away on the right side of the road. How odd, I thought. Then the pile of hay started to get up. I nudged my wife and said, "Hey, an elk." But the elk kept getting taller and taller. Neither of us made a peep. At this point, we were about 100 yards away from the creature standing on 2 feet, covered in blonde hair. If I had to guess, it was about 8 feet tall and fairly lean, not bulky like the footage from the 60s. Otherwise, I was too far away to make out any other details. Then it took 2 slow and casual steps and suddenly leapt across the road without using any effort. After a few seconds of silence, the conversation started. Wife, what the fuck was that? Me, I don't know. Wife, was that fucking Bigfoot? Me, I guess? As a side note, I'm pretty sure that's the exact conversation that my husband and I would have had. I started slowing down when we got to where it was, but my wife insisted that I continue down the road. We did all 3 hikes and stopped at the spot on our way back. My wife stayed in the car while I looked for prints, but there was nothing at all, even though the ground was soft from the rain that day. Very strange. Very strange indeed. I love that he was curious enough to go back. I think that I might have stopped. Yeah, the power to control my urges isn't the best one of my qualities. Thank you guys for coming. Please leave a thumbs up, like this video. Also subscribe, it helps my channel, and leave some comments below. You can ask Alex some questions or leave encouragement that he was brave enough to let me take on the task of telling his story. Thank you, and good night.